did not see this one coming. Saints sweep the Bucs. We saw, man, Tom Brady in that game. He is back, man. Wait. Oh, no, never mind. Sorry. I think I read the stats wrong. Saints win that game 38-3. Marvin, what do you have on that one?
Well, I went back and looked at our last podcast, and I saw what our predictions were. We were all wrong. So wrong. Score-wise. I predicted the Saints would win 31-28. That was wrong. Megatron predicted that the Saints would win 24-21. That was also wrong. And Tony predicted the Buccaneers would win 28-24. And no, not even close.
I think the main takeaway too is that like we all expected it to be a close game. Not even that like Tony had the Bucs winning, but like none of us expected it to just be a blowout on either side.
No. And before the game, all the experts predicted Buccaneers were going to win. Every single one. Yeah, that game was crazy. Breeze threw 4 passing touchdowns. I was saying before the game that I think Breeze is done after this year, but that was like vintage Breeze in that game. He just like went off. I was like really excited to see that. And Brady, we've been saying for several weeks, is he back? We keep going back and forth. And I think this game pretty much sums it up. The debate is over. Brady is not back. You can't deny it, Tony. The dude was terrible in that game.
Marvin, it's one game. If Patrick Mahomes did that same thing and threw 3 interceptions and 200 yards, you'd be saying, oh, it's just one game. It's just one game. It's Tom Brady.
But Mahomes is in his 4th season.
One
Brady's
game, you'd be saying...
But Brady's in year 21. So.
Right, he's older. So, I mean...
Yeah, that's the point.
His
age
one
is
game, yes,
with
he
him.
played terrible. The Buccaneers ran for 8 yards. They couldn't do anything. Brady threw for 3 picks, but... And yes, the Saints looked good, but the Buccaneers, it's not like their season's done because of this game. They're 6-3.
It's done. The Saints are going to take the division. Buccaneers are going to be one and done if they make the playoffs. And it's just they need to bench Brady.
We'll see. Once playoff comes around, Tom Brady in the playoffs. There's something about Tom Brady in the playoffs. You can't deny that. And we see this with Drew Brees in the playoffs. He hasn't been doing it. He doesn't. Not good. I don't want to say not good, but you look at the past couple years with Drew Brees in the playoffs. No. So if we see these two teams match up in the playoffs, Buccaneers win.
No, okay. The thing with Brady though is
he's trash.
How many games ago was the thing is how many games ago was it that he threw the ball or he threw the game away like literally because he forgot what down it was. And then it's like, okay, that was one game. Okay. He said 3 interceptions, no touchdowns. Oh, okay. But that's one game and so it's how many times are you going to give him that? Okay, it's one game. Like, oh no, when he's in, what is it, year 20, right? 21. So like, I understand that like, yeah, quarterbacks are going to mess up. And I understand that, it's football. Like I know I could do better, and so like, but still, like if you saw Mahomes do that, where he forgot what down it was, and then it's like, what are you doing? Okay, like he's fine. He'll bounce back from that, and then he goes out and throws 3 interceptions, no touchdowns, another game. Then it's like, wait, what? Like, with any
you're not gonna like
really
say
with any elite quarterback
because these two.
I don't say the season's over, but it's still like over. I still don't think he's as good as he used to be because I mean you look at you put anybody in that spot.
Well, yeah,
Rodgers, Breeze, then you're like, oh man, like he didn't remember the down, and then a couple games later, I know I keep using those 2 illustrations, but still, like you wouldn't expect that from a younger quarterback. You shouldn't expect it from a veteran quarterback that's been playing twice or however many times longer than a lot of these guys. I just don't think he's not as good as he used to be.
And AB didn't make
no. He's not as good as he used to be. He's not as good as he used to be. But I'm just going to say this: when Brady gets in the playoffs,
You have
Brady's
to win
good
to get in the playoffs.
and we've seen it. He's been to the Super Bowl 9 times. They're 6-3. It's not like they're 2-7.
Yeah.
Not yet. Wait.
I don't think that's how that works.
Oh, Marvin.
I don't do math. Sorry.
Yeah. No.
I'm going to say this again. This is one game. It's a divisional matchup against Drew Brees, one of the best quarterbacks ever to play. You know, Brady's allowed this. He's allowed this. He's the GOAT quarterback. He's the greatest of all time.
It's okay.
And
okay.
I think he's allowed this. It's 2 games.
You're in denial.
It's 2 games out of 16.
You're in denial.
That's the first.
No. I'm just saying. If this happened to Patrick Mahomes, if this happened to a quarterback that you favor, you say the same thing. And it's the same thing.
Mahomes' age isn't catching up to him. He's in year 4. Brady's in year 21. Yeah,
that's right. Year 21.
Yeah.
His body doesn't work like Mahomes does.
He should have retired.
He is allowed that. He's allowed to have this.
He should have retired after Super Bowl 51.
I think sometimes we expect this of Brady because he's the GOAT.
Expect me bad
when we're not used to him failing sometimes.
Sometimes
I'm used to him. He's been bad the past 2 years.
I just have to say he's 6-3. He's 6-3. He's 6
for now. Who's he playing next? He's playing next. Seriously, look it up.
They play Carolina, LA, and Kansas City. They win 2 out of those 3 games.
No, Chiefs are gonna win that one.
That's right. They'll win against the Panthers and they'll beat LA.
I don't know.
Panthers
look good.